December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan was still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. In addition, American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense, but always will our whole nation remember the character of the onslaught against us. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
After the attack on Pearl Harbor, U.S. intelligence discovered a Japanese plot to attack U.S. naval carriers at Midway. The same brigade that surprise attacked Pearl Harbor did not have the advantage this time. This Battle of Midway is thought to be the biggest turning point in the war in the Pacific. To start the battle, Japanese soldiers spot U.S. torpedo bombers closing in on them.
One after another, the young torpedo bomber crews attack just as they have been taught. Steady on, low, straight at the target. Directly into murderous enemy fire. And one after another, they are blown out of the sky. Less than 100 miles away, 19,000 feet up, is the last American hope, the dive bombers. But none of them can find the enemy. And in their sights appear the 4 Japanese carriers, Kaga, Akagi, Soryu, and Hiryu. The Japanese decks now crowded with torpedoes, bombs, gasoline, planes, and men. In 5 short minutes, Kaga, Akagi, and Soryu have been devastated. Scores of planes destroyed, many hundreds of young men killed. Many of the Japanese airmen are caught in the sky above their burning ships with nowhere to land. In just 5 minutes, the cream of the Japanese Navy is finished.
On July 26, 1945, representatives of the U.S., UK, and Chinese nationalist governments issued the Potsdam Declaration to the Japanese. This document ordered the Japanese to immediately surrender or they would face prompt and utter destruction. The Japanese government chose to ignore these extreme demands and made it clear to the Japanese public that the government would not acquiesce.
On August 6, 1945, a U.S. B-29 bomber dropped the first atomic bomb ever used in warfare over the skies of Hiroshima, Japan. Wiping out 90% of the city, the bomb killed 80,000 instantly, with tens of thousands to die later from radiation poisoning. 3 days after the first atomic bomb, in an attempt to end the war, the U.S. dropped a second atomic bomb on the city of Nagasaki, Japan. In just a short period of time, 40,000 more Japanese citizens were killed.
On August 14th or 15th local time, Japan finally surrendered. When the surrender documents were finally signed on September 2, 1945, the war was effectively over.